Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm fresh from dental work, so if I sound a little bit funny, it's because my lip here and my lip here are still numb. Um, Hoping they stay that way until I go to bed. Um, but here is the current status update on my reviews and my LPs. I'm going to attempt to get out a video review once a month. Hopefully, as I did before, you know, second Tuesday or is it the first? I'll try and keep a pattern going, but it'll be on Tuesdays of a month. Just once a month though for the videos because it takes me a while to get them together, due to various things going on. But every Sunday night, I'll put together a text review on my blog, and I'll go on to series and things like that. And I may even revisit some of my text reviews as a video review later on. As for my LPs, I'm watching Sulfur Methianine's playthrough of Fire Emblem very carefully. Because, as you know, part of Team ATX blah 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 that never went through, even though it still exists in my book, and I'm still waiting for, Saul to get the recording equipment working again, um, I was racing Super Robot Soul in Mega Man and Bass. Now, keeping along the same lines of doing two completely different storylines and encouraging visiting other people's channels and the like to see what's going on. When Sulfur catches up with my current playthrough of Fire Emblem, I'm planning on taking that back up, but I'm taking this nice breather to sort of get some space, get some free time to myself to just goof off with what I have and try and catch up on my Pokedex that I haven't been doing very well on since I lost my black version and pearl version. Now I have heart gold and white version. I'm really looking forward to black and white too. Not gonna lie, I really am. But that's my plan. I know the Hector playthrough has more bonus chapters. I'm not really going to factor them in per se to that. I'm just going to try and record the side chapters on my own and not factor them into the race and just sort of um, do the side chapters off base with a different party or whatever, however you want to look at it. But in fact, if I can catch up to my own playthroughs on my own personal time off camera, I'll take over with whatever I'm doing there. Except for when we both have a side chapter in the same spot, or if I know Elliewood has one that Hector doesn't, or something like that. Because he'll be doing the Elliewood playthrough, which, as you've known, if you've played the original game, and if you've heard my complaints on my LP, is easier than the Hector playthrough. Now, why am I doing this? Well, one, Sulfur's going to, after a certain point in time, be playing it blind. So let's be fair to him in that way. And also, I'm just getting in the mood to play Fire Emblem again. Now, keep in mind, if I finish my Fire Emblem LP, I'm going to be moving on to the Sword of Seals. And that's another one that I remember vaguely how to get the different routes, and I know what you basically have to do in order to get the true ending. But I've never been able to get the true ending, so it would be a blind run through for me, and I'd be more depending on three characters. Three characters that, in and of themselves, are really, really good. So it would be a trio run, but I'd effectively have to use some people in order to tip the balance in the favor of one path or another. Um, but effectively, the trio run of Sword of Seals would be Rutger, Deke, and Roy. That's that. Peace out, and keep in mind what I said. I'll post my text reviews on Sundays, and a Tuesday, a month, I will have a video review ready to put up. And the next video review? Well, considering I want to bring more traffic and more teasing and more wonderfulness to my blipness, I will only post about 5 to 10 minutes of a teaser for you guys for what it is when the time comes. As for the content, Feel free to go over it yourselves if you so wish to have study material for the upcoming video review, yes. It's going to be a Flash game, for reasons I will not say. But, it's known as Sonic RPG. Has multiple installments, 5 if I remember correctly. And I feel like it needs to be torn a new one. Let's just say I have my reasons for wanting to leave the console norm on my second vid, no less. And don't worry, the production values on my next review will be much, much higher. Effectively, I didn't care about that review overly much. I mean, I'd been trying to get it out forever, but I hate that game. I hate it so much it wasn't even worthy of proper editing or proper anything. And I'll explain this in my next review for the people who watch me on Blip. I hate that game. You have no idea the effort it took just to bring myself to watch the footage that I had recorded, to get the proper clips and put them in the right spot to explain my problems with that game. I'm sure you guys have either watched my review or, I don't know, already heard me rant about it. So I'm going to move on. Move forward, That being said, Sonic RPG. That is the next video review, and I'm going to enjoy it very much so, especially with my increased production qualities. I mean, the video quality won't change, but the audio quality will, and that's the problem. Oh, and the audio quality on the game bits and the I can't improve. That's the thing. Until I have a steady job, which, as you should know, I've been looking for, I cannot increase my video quality. I'm stuck with my webcam and my ULEAD Studios. I can't get a Dazzle. I can't get a camcorder. I'm stuck with what I got. That being said, I will try and investigate ways that I can. I want to see if this thing can actually emulate the Pokemon games that I own right here. I mean, even my white version. I'd love to do a playthrough for you guys using entirely new Pokemon. Basically, the condition would be not Nuzlocke, but in fact that I could not use any Pokemon that I've raised myself. Being as I have purchased both black and white, I could do either one. But considering I own a white version and I want to throw people curveballs, and black version is my personal favorite, I'd probably lean more towards that if I decided to do a playthrough. I'd probably also do post commentary so I could cut out the battles and things like that that weren't important. But yeah, that's just throwing things against the wall. But Fire Emblem is definitely Super Robot Tyson J. I would enjoy doing. Super Robot Tyson Original Generation. I have not forgotten it. I will be getting back to it. Maybe not within this week, but I will be getting back to it. But that's all the updates I can give as far as the internets go. My Abridged series, I'm just waiting on Formic's lines now and recording my own. But other than that, it's all ready to be edited together and have a blast with it. Thank you, Silver Streak. Thank you, Grim Reaper Sakura. And when you get around to it, thank you, Formic. As for you, Sideslick, being as I have not gotten any contact from Ditto Man Dude or anybody else as far as the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Abridged, you know that I'm going to be doing the one-shot. You know that you're going to be the voice of Cyrus. Because this is my tribute, I'm actually going to leave most people unless they can give me a personal connection to Rame's creator, aka they were inspired by him too, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Unless they claim something like that, I'm taking completely over the script writing process for that one. Because I loved his Abridged series. I watched it all the way through, and he stopped at one of my favorite episodes, and I'm glad he at least got to that one. And that was the Kaiba Man episode. Anybody who's never seen that episode, be glad you haven't, because it is weird. It is just weird. But yeah, I've said all I can. I've given you an update far longer than I was expecting. I was expecting this to be about 5 minutes, and I made it about 10. Um, so that's what's going on. I'm not dead. I'm job hunting, trying to keep busy, but I'm taking sort of a break while I'm waiting to see how fast Sulfur goes through the game. So that way I can sort of sync up with him and start trying to outpace him and such. I was trying to do it in OG, but that didn't go through very well because of all this other stuff going on in my life. But see you guys when I see you.